Hi, I'm Kelly and this is Mending Time, where we show you the dying art of sewing. Today we are going to work on this lovely apron, and it's made out of one of my husband's shirts. And so we're going to get right to it, right back. Okay, so the supplies that you're going to need is a men's shirt, and I got a 4X, but you can get one that would be suitable for you. I like them kind of big for it to be an apron. A pair of scissors, your X-Acto knife, a pen, a ruler, and your cutting pad. And you're also going to need your sewing machine, but we'll get to that in just a minute. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the shirt up. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this whole front section off from the back section. And I just cut up that seam right there where they sewed it together. This is good to use if you have lots of dress shirts that are men's that you want something to do with. I even made some of these for our church for the kids to use when they're doing painting. And I try to leave the seam there so that it, looks kind of decent. Of course, it doesn't really matter. We're going to cut that off anyway. So just cut it, and we're going to cut across this seam here because all of this is going to be gone up to the collar. See where the collar meets? That's where we're going to. And then we're going to cut around the collar, because the collar is going to be the back part, the part that goes around your neck. And we're going to continue cutting. Now we're going to go down the other side. Just like we did this side, we're just going to go back down. We're going to go around the arm. These are really good. This is a really good idea for like adult bibs for seniors. If you have some shirts and that way you can save their clothes, but have some. And lots of places like the thrift stores and stuff sell them for $1. I think I got this one for 25 cents at the thrift store right up here from my house. She has a sale every now and then. Everything in the store is 25 cents. Just so that she can clear out and put more stuff in. And it doesn't have to be perfect because it's just going to be an apron. It's just going to be something that you're going to get dirty anyway. Okay. So we've got the whole front cut out. We're going to put it off to the side. So right now we are going to concentrate on the back. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut these arms off and across through here, and those we will not need unless you're going to put pockets on your shirt, and then you have extra fabric to do that. And that might be something I'll show you some other time as to how to put a pocket on. That'll be a good idea for our ideas list. And we're just going to continue along. Now we're going to need 2 strips of fabric, and I usually do them the size of my ruler. That way they're good and sturdy, and I can fold them and they won't fray. Okay, these pieces here we're just going to put off to the side. We're not going to use them this time, but they'll be good scraps. Okay, so now we have the whole back side and the whole front side cut out. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this in half, just so that I have not so much fabric to deal with, if I can get it done the way I want it to do. Okay, and then I think I'm even going to fold it this way, because we're going to cut the tail off and just use this part here. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So I'm just going to lay my ruler here. Doesn't have to be anything fancy smancy, but we do want it to be straight. So we will take our little ruler, stick it on the bottom, use our X-Acto knife to cut all the way across the fabric. Alright. Well, that piece didn't get cut, but that's alright. We can do that with scissors. No big deal. Now this side over here is where we're keeping all of our garbage fabric. Of course, in sewing, there is no garbage fabric. Okay. So I'm going to line this up on my lines here on my board. I'm going to fold it back in half, I think, and do it, because then it's not more layers, less cutting. Okay. And you have two straight surfaces. And I'm going to line my ruler up on the lines on my board so that I make sure I do a straight cut. We're going to cut down this one and on this side, which you do the other direction if you're right-handed. Now if you're left-handed, you do it the other way. That was going to be kind of dangerous, so I'm going to finish it off with scissors. And we don't need anything to injure ourselves when we don't have to. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because we're going to fold the ends together anyway. So, okay, so you have all of this fabric that we can put over here, and that leaves you with two strips that is 4 inches wide. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold that insides together like this and like this, and you're going to fold, well, first of all, you're going to fold one end up, that way that you have a finished end, and then you're going to fold one down, and one up, kind of meet in the middle, and then you're going to fold it one more time. And you can press this. It would be probably better to press it, but seeing I don't have my iron out right now, we won't do that. We'll grab some pins and pin it real quick, so when we get to the machine, all we have to do is do the sewing part. And actually it's only going to be maybe 6 strips, if that long, on the sewing. This is an easy straight stitch kind of project. You don't have to worry about it being perfect, because, you know, like I said, it's just an apron. And okay, fold up, and then you're going to fold one side up and one side down to meet each other. They're like friends. They're going to meet up in the middle. And then they're going to fold over. Just like that. Easy peasy, right? Okay. My little plate there's got all kinds of stuff in it. I'm going to have to clean it out. It's kind of like a catch-all. Now I know that some of the supplies that you can have can be very expensive. If you're just starting out, I would just start out with maybe an inexpensive set of pins and needles and things like that. You don't have to have the best of the best when you first start out. Alright, I'll meet you at the machine. Alright, welcome back. We're here at the machine now. And I'm going to do this in a red color so it'll show up good on the machine or on the film. But if you'll see here, I'm going to start off on the end that I sewed, that I folded up. And we're just going to put it under the machine and put the needle down. And we're just going to sew a straight line till the end here. Okay, right there we're going to stop. We're going to leave the needle in. We're going to pull up our purser foot and pull our fabric around. That way you're not having to cut a whole bunch of lines. So, and here we go. Now what we're working on is going to be the strap that you use to tie in the back for this apron. Now guys, this is something that you can do even if you didn't have a whole lot of money, because there's not really a whole lot of money in this. I think I got the shirt, like I said, at the thrift store for 25 cents, $1, something like that. And my husband wore it till he started losing a lot of weight, and he's undergrown it. So he gave it to me, and I was like, "Ooh, that will make an amazing apron." So, and that's what we're doing right here. Now, if you don't have a sewing machine, you can do this by hand. You would just need to sew the strips by hand instead of with the machine. It's a lot faster with the machine, but you don't have to have a machine to do everything. Okay, so that's the first strip done. Now, on this one, we're going to do just like that other one. We're going to start at the folded end and work our way out. So, there we go. Needle in, and here we go. Now, alright, we're going to turn it. See how that was so easy? You didn't even lose your spot. Didn't have to line it back up or nothing because it was already still lined up. Alright, here we go. Now you go your own speed on this, guys. You don't have to work real fast. Just because I'm working real fast doesn't mean you have to. I've been sewing for 30 years now or more. I took home ec in high school. And anything that I want to make, I just set out and make it, figure out how to do it. There's a lot of things that I can show you guys. If you have any ideas of what you'd like to see, just let me know in the comments below, or you can email us or hit us up on Facebook or Instagram. Alright. Now, I'm going to cut these strings because, you know, Miss Kelly doesn't like them strings. They drive me crazy. Alright. Sorry for my craziness. It's not... Oh, I forgot to cut this. Okay, guys. So, normally, I forgot that you cut from here to here. But we can go ahead and put the straps on, and I can cut it at the end. So, this is the sewn in. You're not going to put that on your apron. You're going to put the frayed end, the cut end on here, and you're going to pin it with a couple of pins just to keep it in place. And I'm going to actually sew this probably a couple of times just because it needs to be sewn a couple of times to keep it on and sturdy and strong, because it is a tie and it's going around somebody's waist. So we're going to start with the needle in, and we're going to go all the way across, and then we're going to hit our back up button, and we're going to go back across it and back again. And I'm going to pull the needle up, pull it out just a bit, and cut it, because I'm going to do one more, just like that. Just a little further in so that it'll be good and sturdy. Okay. Now, if you have time, you can always, you know, fold over the rough edges on it and sew those too. But whoever gets this is going to love it. Alright, there we go. Now, the last thing I'm going to do with this side is I'm going to fold it over like such, so that it'll be, the raw edge will be sewn in, and we're going to put it back under the machine and sew over it one time, back and forth, just to make it look good. Alright folks, that's how you do it. Now on the other side you're going to do the exact same thing, and I don't think that you need to have me demonstrate it, because it's just exactly what I did. And if you have any questions or any comments, just be sure to leave them below. And if you like our video, be sure to hit like on our videos and subscribe and hit the bell so that you can get notifications when the videos go up. And this is Mending Time, and I thank you for your time today. Okay, this is a bobbin, and you're going to take your thread and run it through one of the back holes. Doesn't matter which one, it just kind of helps it so you can pull it a little tight. You're going to put it on your bobbin staff here and push it up against your guide. And this button should be pushed in the opposite direction of what it normally is.